All right, welcome back, math fans. Hopefully you've already completed your welcome work. If not, hit pause. The whole point of this lesson is for you to actually work through the problems and check your work as I'm going to go through them. Number one, Rex, Alex, Giles, Rosie, Ferry, Alex, Andrew, they're all trying to figure out how much they weigh. Well, it starts out, Rex tells you he's 30. Alex is 3 kilograms more. That means plus 3. 3 kilograms more plus 3. Then Rex. Well, you know Rex, so it's not hard. Rex is 30. Alice is 33. 30 plus 3 is 33. Giles, my weight is 2.5 more. 2.5 more, that means add. Then Alice, so you get 35.5. This one, he says less. His weight is 4.5 less. You got to subtract. Subtract that. Ferry's 3.8 kilograms less. That means subtract as well. Let's subtract that out. I get 27.2. Alex is 6.1 more. That means add. 33.3. And Andrew, 1.7 more. That means add. If you did it all right, step by step, you get all the way back to 35. For the next one, it says, what inequality is depicted by this seesaw? Now, when you think about a seesaw, think about these people being heavier than these people, right? Because they're leaning down. They're heavier. So when it says write an inequality, I've got this 5x plus 2, and I got 3 on this side. So let's set up an inequality with that. How about 5x plus 2 is greater than, right? Greater than or equal to 3 because they are heavier. So they would be greater. On a seesaw, the heaviest person goes down. So here's my inequality. We'll solve for x, draw my line. Subtract 2 from both sides. I get 5x is greater than or less than 1. Divide both sides by 5. X is greater than or equal to 1/5. That's my answer. I solved for x. It says if it was parallel to the ground, what would it be? So if it was parallel, it'd have to equal 1/5, right? That'd be straight. So that's how we set that up. All right, hopefully you've looked through your homework. You've done a few of the problems already. I'm going to work through each one really quickly. That way you can check your work. I would make sure I work through the problem, then check it. Don't just fill it in as I've filled it in. So I read this problem. Julia has 80 bucks. She wants to purchase a nail set for 16, and she wants to spend the rest of her money on earrings. Well, each pair of earrings costs $8. Each. That probably means it's our variable, right? So my equation, 8x plus 16 is less than or equal to 80 because I only have 80. I can spend up to 80, but that's it. Subtract 16 from both sides. I'm left with 8x is less than or equal to 64. Divide this side by 8. Divide that side by 8. X is less than or equal to 8. Good job. I'm glad you got that one right. I'll give you a smiley face. You're well on your way. Next. This is just a straight problem right here. So we first set up our equation. I'm going to rewrite it. We're going to graph it after we write it. I've got m over 3 minus 3 is less than or equal to 6. I draw my line. Add 3 to both sides. Gets rid of that. Negative 6 plus 3 is negative 3. I'm going to multiply both sides to get rid of m divided by 3. I multiply by 3. Those cancel each other out. Negative 3 times 3 is 9. So I've got m is less than or equal to negative 9. Let's graph that. Well, here's negative 9. It's between 8 and 10. Less than or equal to means I'm coloring in my circle, right? Less than or equal to. Great job. Number 3. Christina goes to the market with $50. That seems important. She's got $50. She buys one papaya for $20 and spends the rest of the money on bananas. Each banana costs $6. That's an expensive banana. Write an inequality for the number of bananas she can purchase. So this is our variable, right? It's this $6 times X, because it says number of bananas. We don't know how many bananas she can purchase. So let's go ahead and set up our equation. 6x, x being bananas, plus 20, that's my papaya. And it's less than or equal to 50, right? She can spend up to $50. Subtract 20 from both sides. I'm left with 6x is less than or equal to 30. I'm going to divide this side by 6. Divide that side by 6. Same. X is less than or equal to 5. How many bananas can she buy? She can buy up to 5 bananas. Those are some expensive bananas. I think at Sam's Club I can get a bunch of bananas for $2. So don't shop at that grocery store. All right, this is the classic distributive property here, right? Got my little thing here to help you remind you if I got B times A plus Y, BA, BY, baby, remember? I thought you would. So first thing you got to do is set up that inequality. I'm going to take -4 times -4. And then I'm going to take -4 times positive X. And that's my first step. I get negative times negative is positive. 16 minus 4X is greater than 56. I basically just distributive property and rewritten that problem. Then I'm going to draw my line. I'm going to subtract 16 from this side and 16 from this side. I'm going to get -4X is greater than 40. I'm going to divide this side by -4 and divide this side by -4. And remember, if we're adding or dividing or multiplying or dividing, whenever you see an X and a negative number in the same thing, you know you're going to have to switch that sign, right? Switch it. So I divide by -4. Those cancel each other out. I'm left with just X. 40 divided by -4 is -10. I flip the sign. I got to flip the sign because I'm multiplying or dividing by a negative number. So I just have a circle this time, right? Because it doesn't include it. But X has to be less than -10. Less than -10. Let's do another one. You should already have these done. Remember, ahead of time. You're not just copying down the answers I put. So I've got my problem here. -7x plus 7 is less than or equal to -56. I subtract 7 from both sides. Same. Remember, a negative and a negative combined. You add them together, keep the sign. I'm left with -7x and -63. I should already be thinking, I've got a negative number and an x. I'm going to have to flip the sign. I divide by -7. Those cancel each other out. X, flip the sign. And -63 divided by -7 is 9. X, flip the sign, is greater than or equal to 9. I'm going to go ahead and graph that. Greater than or equal to, I know it's got to be a colored in circle. Greater than or equal to, I graph my line just like that. You're doing great. You've got the first 6 right. All right, Billy goes to the store. He's got $90. He's got $90. He wants to purchase a leather jacket for $45, a hat for $10, and the rest on jeans. Each pair of jeans costs $35. That reeks of variable to me. Whenever you see the word each, it probably means variable. It's the part that could change, right? Well, first thing we got to do, we bought a couple things. Let's add those up. 45 for the jacket, 10 for the hat. I got 55. So I know that's my constant, right? Here's my problem. 55 for the jacket and the hat, plus 35 times X. We don't know how many pairs of jeans we could buy. And I only have $90. So this number has to be less than or equal to $90. I'm going to subtract. Whoa! Got a little crazy there. Got to subtract 55 from each side. I'm left with 35x equals 35. Divide each side by 35. Those cancel each other out. I'm left with x is less than or equal to 1. So how many pairs of jeans can I buy? 1. I can buy one exactly, and I walk out of the store with no money. All right. These are both classic distributive property. Remember, this times this times this equals BA plus BY. So again, I'm going to take this times this, and then this times this. Let's rewrite that problem. Negative 4 times 3 is negative 12. Negative 4 times n is negative 4n is greater than negative 32. Let's start by adding 12 to each side. Add 12, add 12. I get negative 4n is greater than negative 20. Combine those, I get negative 20. I'm going to divide both sides by negative. Remember, whenever you're using a negative number in a variable, you should be paying attention. Those cancel each other out. So I just get n. Then I flip it. Flip it. Negative 20 divided by negative 4 is 5. N is less than 5. I'm going to go over here and graph that. It's just a less than, so it's a circle, not a colored in circle. And if it's less than, I got my arrow going that way. Same thing, classic distributive, negative 3 times p, negative 3p. Negative 3 times negative 7, negative 20, or positive 21. So I got negative 3p plus 21 greater than or equal to 21. I draw my line and start doing same. Subtract 21 from both sides. I get 3p greater than or equal to 0. I'm going to divide this side by negative 3 and divide that side by negative 3. Same. Remember, whenever you got a negative number, either on the top or the bottom, anytime I get a negative number in a variable, I got to start paying attention because I got to flip it. These cancel each other out. I'm left just p. And I flipped it. P is less than or equal to 0. When I go to graph that, here's 0, less than or equal to. Remember, colored in circle, it includes it. And it's got to be less. All right, we're rocking. I'm so glad you're getting most of these right. You're going to be so great for the test we got coming up next week. Rebecca bought 1 goldfish, 32. 1 starfish, 12. So she's got a starfish for 12, a goldfish for 32, and she spends the rest of her money on guppy fish. She starts with 80. Each guppy costs $6. That's a sure sign of a variable right there. First part I got to do is add up my goldfish and my starfish, right? Ooh. So 32 plus 12, I get 44. Okay, because it says she's already bought that. So let me rewrite my equation. I got 44 plus 6 times x, x being the guppies. And I've got $80, right? I can spend up to 80, but not more. I draw my line. I subtract 44 from each side. Same. I'm left with 6x is less than or equal to 36. Remember, this is positive. Divide by 6. X is less than or equal to 6. So I can buy up to 6 guppies, right? All right. Erin has $50. Last problem. She wants to purchase a cell phone. So I got 50. She wants to purchase a cell phone for 20. Must be an iPhone 1. And spend the rest on CDs. Who buys CDs anymore? Each CD costs $8. That's a sure sign of a variable, right? Each. So let's write our inequality. 20 for my phone plus 8x for the CDs, right? Each CD costs 8. Has to be less than or equal to 50. I only have $50 to spend. Subtract 20 from this side, subtract 20 from this side. I'm going to get 8x is less than or equal to 30. No cell phones in school. Then I divide this side by 8, divide this side by 8. Those cancel each other out. I'm left with x is less than or equal to 3.75. Can I buy 3.75 of a CD? No. So realistically, if it said how many CDs can I purchase, I can buy up to 3. I'll still have some change in my pocket, but up to 3. So the number of CDs, X, has to be less than or equal to number 3. Hey, guys, I know you did awesome on that. Work on IXL. Make sure you took that quiz from last week. And have a groovy, groovy day.